Love is often thought of as something loud, dramatic, and impossible to miss. Movies, books, and stories teach us to look for the grand gestures, the passionate confessions, the flowers at the doorstep, the bold declarations in front of the world. But in reality, genuine care is rarely so theatrical. More often than not, it shows itself in the quiet details, in the subtle ways someone treats you when no one else is watching. Love, when it is real, whispers rather than shouts. It is steady, calm, and woven into the small moments that might be easy to overlook. When a man truly cares about you, he doesn't always say it with words. Instead, he allows his actions to speak. These actions may not make headlines or leave you breathless with surprise, but they will leave you feeling safe, valued, and deeply seen. It could be as simple as remembering something you mentioned weeks ago, or as meaningful as supporting your dreams even when the path seems uncertain. His love does not demand attention. It reveals itself in how consistently he chooses you and how quietly he prioritizes your happiness. The beauty of these silent signs is that they are authentic. They are not performed to impress, nor are they temporary gestures meant to win favor. They flow naturally because his feelings are genuine. He doesn't need to force himself to remember the small things about you. He remembers because you matter. He doesn't have to try hard to be patient. He is patient because his care runs deeper than impatience ever could. Every little act becomes proof that you hold a special place in his heart. In a world where words are easy and promises are often broken, actions become the truest measure of care. Anyone can say, "I love you," but it takes someone who genuinely cares to show it consistently in ways that are quiet but undeniable. These silent signs may not always be obvious at first, but when you start noticing them, you realize they form the foundation of something lasting and real. This journey through the subtle language of love is not about searching for perfection, because no one is flawless. Instead, it's about recognizing the steady, patient, and thoughtful behaviors that set apart a man who truly values you. From the way he listens without interrupting to the way he respects your space, each sign is like a piece of a puzzle. Together, they reveal a picture of care that is deep, steady, and enduring. So as we move through these 15 silent signs, pay attention not to what sounds loudest, but to what feels most consistent. Love is not always about fireworks. Sometimes, it's about the steady flame that never burns out. And when a man shows these signs, he is silently telling you, without even needing to say the words, that you are truly deeply cared for. He remembers the little things. When a man genuinely cares about you, one of the clearest silent signs is that he remembers the small details about your life. It's not about grand gestures or dramatic declarations. It's about the quiet attentiveness he shows in the way he holds on to what matters to you. The things you mention in passing, the stories you share casually, or even the preferences you don't expect anyone to notice, they stay with him. This is because his attention is naturally drawn toward you, and his mind unconsciously treasures the details connected to your world. It's not an effort for him, but rather a reflection of how much space you occupy in his thoughts. Caring deeply makes him more observant. He might recall a comment you made weeks ago or remember your favorite way of doing something. These small acts may seem insignificant on the surface, but they reveal the depth of his emotional investment. His memory becomes a quiet mirror of his care, reflecting that you are someone important enough to leave a lasting mark in his mind. This kind of remembering goes beyond simple politeness. It's a sign of emotional closeness, the kind that doesn't need to be shouted or constantly proven. When a man recalls the little things, he is silently telling you that he values who you are, that he listens to you with his heart, and that you matter enough for him to carry your words with him long after the conversation ends. It is in these subtle moments that genuine care is revealed, not through grand displays, but through the consistency of remembrance. He listens without interrupting. When a man truly cares, his way of listening becomes different. It's not just about hearing your words, but about giving them the respect and space they deserve. He doesn't rush to fill the silence or cut you off mid-sentence. Instead, he allows you to complete your thoughts, showing through his patience that what you are saying holds value. In those moments, his silence is not empty. It is full of attention, presence, and care. Listening without interrupting is more than politeness. It is a sign of emotional maturity and genuine concern for you. It means he is not focused on what he wants to say next or on proving a point. His focus rests entirely on you. He listens as if your words matter, because to him, they do. In a world where so many voices compete to be heard, his choice to stay quiet until you're finished speaks volumes about the depth of his care. This quiet act creates a safe space where you feel understood and respected. It is in this space that you can share openly without fear of being dismissed or overshadowed. He gives you the freedom to express your feelings, your ideas, and even your worries, knowing that his role is not always to respond, but sometimes simply to be present. True care doesn't always shout its presence. Sometimes it is found in the stillness of a man waiting for you to finish your sentence, holding back his own words so that yours can breathe. It is in these silent pauses, in the absence of interruption, that love and respect quietly unfold. He notices your mood changes. When a man genuinely cares about you, he doesn't only pay attention to the words you say. He notices the emotions you don't speak out loud. He observes the subtle shifts in your tone, the way your expression softens or hardens, the silence you carry when something feels heavy. Even the smallest change in your energy doesn't go unnoticed by him. This sensitivity is not forced. It comes naturally because his focus is quietly attuned to you. Noticing your mood changes shows that he is connected to you beyond the surface. He doesn't need a clear explanation or dramatic signs to understand that something is different. Sometimes he might sense it before you even realize it yourself. This silent awareness is proof that his care runs deeper than casual attention. It means your happiness, your struggles, and your feelings are important enough for him to notice, even when you try to hide them. This kind of attentiveness often reveals itself in small moments. He might not say much, but he adjusts his behavior, softens his words, or simply gives you space, depending on what he feels you need. His reactions are shaped by empathy, not obligation. When he notices your mood, it is because your inner world matters to him, and he wants to meet you there, whether that means offering comfort, quiet company, or just understanding silence. Caring for someone is not always about big actions. Often, it lives in the ability to sense their unspoken feelings. When a man notices your mood changes without you saying a word, he shows that his heart is in tune with yours. It is one of the quietest, yet most powerful signs of genuine care. He makes time for you. When a man truly cares, time becomes one of the most meaningful gifts he offers. No matter how busy his schedule is, he finds a way to create moments for you. It might not always be grand or perfectly planned, but it is intentional. He chooses to prioritize your presence in his life, showing that you are not just an option, but a constant part of his world. This choice is never loud or demanding. It's quiet, steady, and consistent, a reflection of genuine care. Making time for you means he values your connection enough to place it above distractions. It shows that you are not squeezed into the margins of his life, but given space at the center. Even in small ways, a message during a hectic day, a call late at night, or rearranging plans so he can see you. His actions demonstrate that your importance outweighs convenience. This is not about quantity alone. It is about the quality of the time he chooses to spend with you. Time is one of the few things that cannot be replaced, and when a man gives it freely, it carries deep meaning. He is not just being polite or following routine. Instead, he is silently telling you that you matter more than obligations, routines, or even his own comfort. It is in these choices, the late drives, the early mornings, the stolen moments between responsibilities, that care becomes visible. When a man makes time for you, he shows that your presence adds value to his life. It is not about fitting you in, but about building life around the bond you share. This quiet devotion, expressed through time, speaks louder than words ever could. 5. He respects your space. When a man genuinely cares about you, he understands that love is not about constant closeness, but about balance. He values your individuality, your need for solitude, and the importance of having time for yourself. Instead of suffocating the connection with demands or control, he quietly gives you the freedom to breathe, to grow, and to be your own person. This respect for your space is one of the purest forms of care, because it shows he loves you without trying to own you. Respecting your space doesn't mean he distances himself or becomes indifferent. Rather, it means he knows when to step back and allow you to recharge in your own way. He does not take your silence as rejection or your independence as a threat. Instead, he accepts that healthy bonds are built on trust and mutual respect, not constant presence. His patience in giving you room is a silent message that he values your comfort more than his own insecurities. This kind of care is rare because it requires maturity and understanding. Many confuse love with possession, but a man who truly cares recognizes that your happiness includes having boundaries, time for yourself, and the freedom to pursue your own path. By respecting your space, he shows that he trusts your bond enough to let it breathe. It is in this quiet acceptance, this lack of pressure, that you feel safe. Safe to return to him without fear. Safe to be yourself without judgment. Safe to know that his care is not conditional. When a man respects your space, he demonstrates love in its calmest and most selfless form, the kind that grows stronger not by holding tightly, but by letting be. 6. He checks in on you. When a man truly cares, he doesn't wait for big moments to show it. He shows it in the quiet habit of checking in on you. It may be a short message, a gentle call, or a simple question about how you are doing. These gestures might appear small on the surface, but they carry a deep meaning. You are on his mind, even when you are not around. His care is not tied to convenience. It flows naturally, reaching out to you in ordinary moments, just to know that you are okay. Checking in is more than casual curiosity. It reflects concern, thoughtfulness, and consistency. He is not doing it out of obligation, but because your well-being matters to him. Even when life is busy, he finds time to pause and connect, reminding you that you are not forgotten in the noise of his day. Whether you're going through something difficult or simply moving through routine life, his quiet questions show that your presence is significant to him. This habit also shows emotional closeness. He is not only interested in what you do, but in how you feel. By checking in, he is silently telling you that your happiness and peace of mind are important to him. It is his way of being near you, even from a distance. True care doesn't always arrive with dramatic declarations. Sometimes it is wrapped in a simple, steady message. How are you? That moment of reaching out, however small, reflects a heart that chooses to stay connected. When a man checks in on you regularly, he is not just showing attention. He is showing that you matter, quietly and consistently. 7. He protects you in subtle ways. When a man genuinely cares about you, his protective side appears in ways that are often quiet and unspoken. He doesn't always need to make bold or dramatic gestures. Instead, he shows his care through small, thoughtful actions that ensure you feel safe and supported. These moments may pass unnoticed by others, but they carry the weight of his concern for your well-being. His protection might appear in the way he walks closer to the traffic side of the street, or how he gently guides you through a crowded place so you don't feel overwhelmed. It might be seen when he checks if you reached home safely, or when he quietly looks out for you in situations where you may feel uncomfortable. These are not acts of control, they are acts of care, driven by an instinct to make sure you are safe and secure. This kind of protection is not loud or possessive. It is calm, steady, and respectful. He doesn't make you feel weak or incapable. Instead, his actions are about support, not dominance. He understands that you are strong and independent, but his love compels him to stand as an extra shield, ready to step in if needed. These subtle acts reveal something deeper. You matter to him in a way that goes beyond words. His quiet efforts to protect you are not about showing off. They are about giving you peace of mind. When a man cares in this way, you begin to feel that his presence itself is a safe place. It is in these small, silent gestures of protection that his genuine love becomes undeniable. He shares his silence comfortably. When a man truly cares about you, silence between the two of you is never heavy or awkward. Instead, It feels natural, even comforting. He doesn't feel the need to constantly fill every moment with words, and he doesn't pressure you to do so either. In his presence, silence becomes a space of ease, a quiet reminder that connection is not built only on conversation, but also on the calm assurance of simply being together. Sharing silence comfortably means he is at peace with your presence. He doesn't mistake stillness for distance, nor does he fear that silence signals something missing. Instead, he embraces it as part of the bond. Whether it's sitting side by side, driving without speaking, or simply existing in the same room, he allows the quiet to speak for itself. It shows that he values not only what you say, but also the comfort of your company. This kind of silence carries intimacy. It says, "I don't need constant words to feel close to you." It reflects a deeper connection where both of you can rest in the moment without performing, without explaining, without pretending. His willingness to share these quiet spaces is proof of genuine care, because it shows he doesn't see you as someone he must impress all the time. He sees you as someone he can simply be himself with. True love is not always loud. Sometimes it lives in the pauses, in the stillness, in the peace of not having to say anything at all. When a man shares silence with you comfortably, it means he feels safe in your presence, and he wants you to feel the same with him. That quiet bond is one of the most tender signs of real care. He supports your dreams. When a man genuinely cares about you, your dreams become important to him, not because they are his own, but because they belong to you. He doesn't dismiss your ambitions as unrealistic, nor does he make you feel small for wanting more out of life. Instead, he stands beside you, encouraging your steps forward, even when the path seems uncertain. His support is not loud or controlling. It is quiet, steady, and genuine, showing that he believes in you as much as you should believe in yourself. Supporting your dreams doesn't always mean he has all the answers or resources to help you achieve them. It means he listens when you share your goals. He encourages you when doubt creeps in, and he reminds you of your worth when you forget it. His care shines through in the way he celebrates your progress, no matter how small, and in how he stays patient when things take time. He is not threatened by your success, nor does he compete with it. He finds joy in watching you rise. This kind of support is selfless. It shows that he values not only who you are now, but also who you are striving to become. He does not hold you back or weigh you down with negativity. Instead, he quietly becomes a source of strength, offering reassurance when you need it and space when you must focus. A man who supports your dreams is a man who sees you fully, not just in the present, but in the future you are working toward. His encouragement is proof of genuine care because it reveals that your happiness and fulfillment matter deeply to him. In his quiet backing, love shows itself as partnership, growth, and belief. 10. He values your opinions. When a man genuinely cares about you, he doesn't just hear your opinions, he truly values them. Your thoughts matter to him, not as a formality, but as a perspective he respects and seeks out. He understands that your voice carries weight, and he includes it in his decisions, whether big or small. By giving importance to what you think, he shows that he sees you as an equal partner, someone whose ideas and insights enrich his own understanding of the world. Valuing your opinions is a quiet yet powerful sign of care. It means he doesn't dismiss your words or brush them aside, even when he may not fully agree. Instead, he listens, reflects, and considers them with sincerity. This openness shows humility and respect, because it takes maturity to recognize that another person's viewpoint can shape or even improve your own. His willingness to do so is proof of how much he cherishes your presence in his life. This act also reveals that he doesn't just love who you are, but admires how you think. He wants to know what you believe, how you feel, and where you stand, because your perspective matters to him. Whether it's about personal choices, future goals, or everyday decisions, he involves you because he truly cares about your role in his life. When a man values your opinions, he is silently telling you that your voice has meaning and that your thoughts are an inseparable part of his world. It's not about winning arguments or proving points. It's about honoring your mind, respecting your presence, and embracing the bond of two people who learn and grow together. He prioritizes your happiness. When a man truly cares about you, your happiness becomes one of his quiet priorities. It doesn't mean he ignores his own needs or sacrifices himself completely, but it does mean he finds joy in seeing you at peace, fulfilled, and content. He pays attention to what brightens your day and what weighs you down, and he adjusts his actions to bring more light into your life. This is not done for recognition or praise, but because your happiness matters deeply to him. Prioritizing your happiness shows in the way he makes choices. He considers how his actions affect you, whether they add comfort or create stress. Even in small, unnoticed ways, he tries to ease your burdens, lift your spirit, and make you feel valued. Sometimes it may be through kindness, patience, or a thoughtful gesture. Other times, it's in the way he steps back, letting you choose what makes you feel most at ease. His care is expressed not in words alone, but in the quiet consistency of placing your well-being close to his heart. This kind of care doesn't mean he tries to control your emotions or fix everything for you. Instead, it reflects a deeper understanding that love is about wanting the other person to feel free, cherished, and at ease. He doesn't measure happiness as perfection, but as a shared effort where both of you create a space of warmth together. When a man prioritizes your happiness, he shows that love is not just about his own comfort. It is about partnership, selflessness, and the gentle wish to see you smile. In this quiet devotion, his care becomes clear, a steady reminder that your joy is part of what makes his own life complete. He shows patience with you. When a man genuinely cares about you, patience becomes one of the strongest reflections of his love. He does not rush you, pressure you, or make you feel inadequate for needing time. Instead, he moves at your pace, allowing space for your thoughts, your feelings, and your growth. His patience is not about passively waiting. It is about actively respecting your process, showing that he values you enough to let things unfold naturally rather than forcing them. This patience is quiet but powerful. It appears in the way he handles misunderstandings without anger, the way he listens to your emotions without judgment, and the way he accepts your imperfections without complaint. He understands that no one is flawless, and rather than demanding perfection, he chooses to embrace the journey of learning and adapting together. His care is revealed in his willingness to stay steady, even when things are difficult, even when time tests the bond. Patience also reflects trust. He trusts that your connection is strong enough to withstand delays, mistakes, or challenges. By not rushing or demanding instant results, he shows that he values the relationship for what it truly is, something built carefully, with time and understanding, rather than something fragile that could break under pressure. When a man shows patience with you, he proves that his love is not conditional on immediate answers, flawless behavior, or constant ease. Instead, it is rooted in respect, kindness, and the quiet belief that you are worth every moment of waiting and understanding. This steady patience becomes one of the clearest signs that his care runs deep, not only in words but in the calm strength of his actions. He gives thoughtful gestures. When a man truly cares about you, his affection often shows in the form of thoughtful gestures. These are not always grand or extravagant. Most of the time, they are simple, quiet acts that reveal how closely he pays attention to you. A thoughtful gesture is not about impressing you with effort, but about showing that he sees you, remembers you, and wants to make your life a little lighter, a little brighter. Such gestures might come in many forms. Offering you something you mentioned wanting weeks ago, doing a small task to ease your day, or simply noticing what makes you smile and repeating it without being asked. These moments carry more meaning than they appear to on the surface, because behind them lies his attentiveness. He is not giving out of habit. He is giving because he thought of you, even when you weren't around. The beauty of thoughtful gestures is in their sincerity. They are not done for recognition or applause, but because he genuinely wants to express care. He remembers the little things you like, he notices when you need comfort, and he quietly provides it in his own way. His actions are like unspoken words saying, "I care for you, I notice you, and I want you to feel valued." These small yet intentional efforts build a foundation of trust and warmth. They show that his love is not only expressed in big moments, but woven into the everyday rhythm of life. When a man gives thoughtful gestures, he silently proves that his heart is tuned to yours, and that your happiness matters deeply to him. In those details, his genuine care quietly shines through. He worries about your well-being. When a man genuinely cares about you, your well-being naturally becomes one of his quiet concerns. His worry is not about control or possession. It comes from a place of love and deep regard for your safety, health, and peace of mind. He wants to know that you are okay, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally as well. This concern may not always be spoken in dramatic words, but it appears in his small, consistent actions. He might ask if you've eaten, remind you to rest when you're overworked, or check that you've reached home safely. These gestures are often simple, yet they reveal the depth of his care. His mind holds space for you even when you are apart, and his heart feels uneasy if he senses something might harm or trouble you. It is not about doubting your strength. He knows you are capable, but about wanting to make sure you never feel alone in carrying life's weight. This kind of worry is gentle, never suffocating. He doesn't try to control every detail of your choices, but he does show up when you need support. His concern is quiet reassurance, a message that your well-being matters as much to him as his own. In his eyes, your comfort, safety, and health are tied to his peace. When a man worries about you in these subtle, caring ways, he reveals the depth of his emotional investment. His love is not detached or indifferent. It is attentive, protective, and nurturing. This worry is not weakness. It is love expressed through concern, a silent promise that he wants to see you safe, strong, and well. He chooses you consistently. When a man genuinely cares about you, one of the clearest signs is found in his consistency. He doesn't show affection one day and disappear the next, nor does he make you question your place in his life. Instead, he chooses you over and over again in both small daily actions and larger life decisions. This steady commitment is not about dramatic declarations. It is about showing up, staying present, and proving through time that you matter deeply to him. Consistency in choosing you means his care is not swayed by convenience, mood, or circumstance. Even when life becomes stressful or complicated, he doesn't allow those challenges to push you aside. His heart recognizes your importance, and his actions follow through. Whether it's keeping promises, staying true to his word, or simply making you feel prioritized, he demonstrates that his love is not fleeting but grounded. This kind of choice is quiet but powerful. It doesn't rely on grand moments alone. It is built in the daily effort he makes to be there for you. It's in how he keeps investing in the relationship, how he respects the bond, and how he holds on even when things aren't easy. His consistency tells you that you don't have to compete for his attention or doubt his loyalty. You are already chosen. When a man chooses you consistently, he shows that his care is more than a feeling. It is a decision he reaffirms each day. It is in this reliability, this steady presence, that love becomes unshakable. Genuine care is not just about how strongly he feels for you, but how faithfully he proves it, time and time again.